The real estate market is on fire right now with the demand far surpassing inventory. It's a situation that invites fraud. And this week, Steve Shaw reports on a savvy real estate agent in Oklahoma City who turned the tables on an online scam the realtors say is happening much too often.
Glenn Cosper's been a realtor for 25 years. 3 weeks ago, he listed this home on North Ann Arbor for $187,500. Glenn says it normally takes a few days before buyers start calling. But the next morning, he got a call from a man who was standing in the front yard of that home on North Ann Arbor.
If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
He wanted to know if it was true. The house was for rent for $600 a month, which was about $600 less than the home would rent for if it was for rent. But it wasn't for rent. The man explained he had just seen the property advertised on Craigslist for rent, and he had just spoken to the landlord on the phone. Glenn asked for that number.
So I called him and I said, I'm very interested in this house on Ann Arbor, the one for rent. He said, well, I've got a lot of people that are interested. The first one that gets me their deposit, then I'm going to hold it for them. So, I need the $600. And I said, well, guess what? I'm the one that has it listed. He goes, what? And I go, I have it listed to sell. And he goes, well, I'm dealing with the owner. And I go, well, that makes two of us. I'm dealing with the owner. I go, I filed a report with the OSBI. I filed a police report.
Cosper told the fraudster he was meeting an investigator at the property very soon.
Would you like to meet us out here? Click.
Did he have a funny accent?
Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't say that the actors are out of, outside the state of Oklahoma. I don't think that we have that phenomenon here. I mean, whether they look, talk, and act like Oklahomans, you still have to be careful. Or you shouldn't just assume because somebody's got an accent that they're trying to scam you.
Attorney General Mike Hunter says his office stands ready and willing to prosecute these scams.
I talked to some police. They said, you can file a report. It's kind of low on the priority. Plus, if they're out of the country, it's really hard for them to try to do anything.
Sandy Walker says the same thing happened to her last year when she listed a $340,000 home online for sale. Scammers listed it to rent for $1,000 less than something like that would normally rent for.
In fact, the second day, one of the people called me back and said they had received an email from the scammer saying, oh, don't listen to the realtor. That's not true. It really is for rent, and you can send your money here. And I assured her that that was not true.
Rich Brand says it happened when he listed a home in Norman. But in that case, the duped renter actually sent $1,600 down the drain.
They send it Western Union.
Please do not send your money via Western Union. That money almost always seems to be a scam. I personally have a lot of rental properties, and if I'm renting a house to you, I'm not asking you to go put money in my bank. I'm not asking you to Western Union. I'm asking you to put the money in my hand.
All three realtors say the thing that's driving this is right now, industry-wide, there's a shortage of homes for sale and quality houses to rent.
What can consumers do to protect themselves from these kinds of vultures?
Yeah. There's a lot of different things at play here.
Central Oklahoma Better Business Bureau President and CEO Kit Letcher says the BBB has a scam tracker you can access online.
It's real time. So as soon as the information is loaded, it's up and live for other people to see. So they can see, if is $600 a regular amount that people are asking for? Are they saying like specific things that are, replicated from one scam to the next? And what's great is you can look to see if it's happening in Oklahoma City, some of our maybe surrounding metro areas, or even if it's being replicated across the country. A lot of times, these are just call centers that people have gotten up and running, and their whole job is to replicate those websites, start loading new ads and taking deposits from individuals and then moving on to the next one.
Attorney General Hunter says renters must be willing to do their homework and should never feel rushed.
In the best way, I buy things on Craigslist myself, but the more that you can deal with a web platform that's clearly, bona fide, that's established, the safer you are. And again, I'm not trying to take business away from anybody or argue you away from Craigslist, but it's just, you can't be too careful.
Steve Shaw, the Oklahoma News Report.
Steve, thanks. And the Attorney General says another glaring red flag is when the person who claims to have the authority to rent a property won't let you into the home to inspect it.